So let's talk it through. Joining me now to discuss is Stephen A. Cook, Senior Fellow for Middle East and Africa Studies and Director of the International Affairs Fellowship for Tenured International Relations Scholars. Stephen, thank you very much for joining us today. And I want to start with this funding cut that we're all talking about. How could this clawback impact on the UN aid efforts in Gaza? Because a lot of people have concerns about that.
Well, yeah, this is a longtime target of the Trump administration, foreign aid in general. When it comes to the Gaza Strip, the United States has sought a workaround around UN agencies through the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. As far as I know, those funds have not been touched, and that the administration has appropriated somewhere in the neighborhood of $30+ million for those efforts. Still, the clawing back of aid to from UN programs and others is going to likely have a massive impact, not in places like necessarily in places like Gaza, but in places like Sudan, where there is a horrible, horrible civil war that has degenerated into a genocide, where people are in desperate condition. So this is something that I think that the administration has not thought through. And of course, there's now an institutional fight between Congress, which controls the purse strings, and the executive, which spends the money appropriated by Congress.
I also wanted to get your take on this. On Friday, Israel suspended midday pauses allowing humanitarian aid into Gaza City, calling it, quote, a dangerous combat zone. The UN had already declared a famine in Gaza, and now Israel is navigating this external pressure to get aid in. So quite a back and forth here, while also sticking it to its plans to eradicate Hamas. So how does this all work?
Yeah, well, Israel rejects the allegation that there is famine in Gaza. They say that there is hunger in Gaza, and they say that the hunger in Gaza is a result of the UN and its own dysfunction. That is obviously a contested issue. But the fact that they've stopped these humanitarian pauses would suggest that Prime Minister Netanyahu and his advisors are going to carry through over the objections of the Israel Defense Forces senior command this major operation in Gaza City, under the belief that only military pressure will bring back Israeli hostages and lead to the ultimate destruction of Hamas. Once again, a contested issue. The leadership of the IDF does not believe that that is the case.
You know, the world is watching. And earlier this week, Pope Leo XIV weighed in on the war and what he describes as the unlawful treatment of Palestinians there. Let's listen.
I implore that all hostages be freed, that a permanent ceasefire be reached, that the safe entry of humanitarian aid be facilitated, and that international humanitarian law be fully respected. In particular, the obligation to protect civilians and the prohibitions on collective punishment, indiscriminate use of force, and forced displacement of the population.
So the Pope's message comes as Israel is planning to expand the war with a ground invasion of Gaza City and other areas. So when you take a look at that, how significant are the Pope's words here? Will they reach who it needs to reach?
Let me just say that it is striking that we've come to this point in this conflict, almost 2 years old, when the Pope's statement, which is reasonable at every objective look at the Pope's statement is entirely reasonable, that is somehow a controversial statement, that civilians should be protected, hostages should come home, that their international law should be respected. Once again, the Israeli political leadership believes that the best way to bring hostages home is through military pressure. And they are embarking on a major operation that is going to displace somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 million people around Gaza City and its environs. This is something that the Israel Defense Forces Chief of Staff has spoken out against a number of times, including yesterday. But nevertheless, they believe, the leadership believes, that this is what's going to bring home hostages.
Well, we are watching on the sidelines and checking in with people like you, and we appreciate your perspective. Stephen A. Cook, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate you.